How many hats does Johnson wear? Johnson wear, Johnson wear. How many hats does Johnson wear? I'm afraid to say. Oh, how many hats does Johnson wear? Johnson wear, Johnson wear. How many hats does Johnson wear? I'm afraid to say. He has a hat for his ranch and a Navy hat too. With so many hats he knew what to do. Has a secretary hat and a congressman hat. How can a man wear so many hats? How many hats does Johnson wear? Johnson wear, Johnson wear. How many hats does Johnson wear? I'm afraid to say. Has a hat for the Senate, wears a hat on the floor. He puts on a hat when he's walking out the door. Has a hat to be a leader and a hat to be a whip. If he sold them all, he'd bound to be rich. How many hats does Johnson wear? Johnson wear, Johnson wear. How many hats does Johnson wear? I'm afraid to say. He has a diplomat hat, a persuader hat too. Sound like many, but it's only a few. He wears a Democrat hat and a Texan's hat. Once he wore vice president's hat. How many hats does Johnson wear? Johnson wear, Johnson wear. How many hats does Johnson wear? I'm afraid to say. He has a hat for his girls, Linda Bird and Lucy Bain. They're both very proud to have his name. He has a hat for his lady and a hat for his friends. He'll never have to change his hat again. How many hats does Johnson wear? Johnson wear, Johnson wear. How many hats does Johnson wear? I'm afraid to say. I'm afraid to say.